boys and girls. Okay, so for right now, we're working on first person or third person for point of view. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to read this part of the story again just to help me remember what it talks about. So, it says he'd rather stay in his safe and familiar tree than risk venturing out into the unknown. The unknown can be a scary place for a squirrel. So, the first thing it wants me to do here is look for the evidence. What are the pronouns being used? And so when I look over here in this story, I see that it says he'd, because when it talks about pronouns, that means like these words down here, like I, me, we, he, she, they. And I see that it says he. I know by he, they're really talking about Scaredy Squirrel right here. That's him. And it says the unknown can be a scary place for a squirrel. So the only clue here is I don't say I don't see me, I don't see we, I don't say he, I only say he right here. So I'm going to write that the evidence here is it says he'd, for he would. And so I wrote that down. And since it says he'd rather stay safe, right? And talking about that this is for a squirrel, I don't have any other clues here. Based on that, I think this must be third person because right here it says the word he. And so I'm going to go ahead and circle third person, okay? Because that's the clues that are the only ones that are there. Again, first person might say he, but there were no clues here. It does not say I or me, so I know it can't be first person, at least on this page. So, based on who's telling the story, if it's a third person narrative, right, this means that it's somebody who's not in the story. Okay, third person means that it's somebody on the outside watching, right? Just like if I was watching TV, right? I'm the person watching it happen. Okay, I'm not the one that's actually in the show. So, who's telling the story? I'm going to say, I don't know, right? It's a narrator. So, someone outside the story. So, someone, and then I would write outside the story. And then you would be able to write this a little bit quicker than me because I'm writing it in pen. But outside. And then I would, if I wanted to spend a little more time, I would say of the story, but I'm going to just say someone outside. And then there's a little question for me to answer. It says, if Scaredy Squirrel were the first person narrator, what words would he use to tell about himself? Well, I think about if I'm telling a story about like something that I did this weekend, I know I'm going to say, I did this and I did that, or me and Mr. Fleming, right? We did these things together. Okay, but it doesn't say that here. So for the narrator of the story, the person telling the story, is not Scaredy Squirrel. It's a narrator, right? So there's always a narrator, but since it's someone outside the story, we don't know the name of them, so they're just going to be called the narrator. Right? We don't actually have a name for this person. Okay, it's a narrator, someone outside of the story. Okay, all right, good luck finding yours. Remember, look at these clues to help you. Good luck, guys.